The been there, done that coffee shop in downtown Seattle had hired hundreds of baristas over the years. But Zixara was their first alien employee. "Thank you for this opportunity," the krill said, her tentacles adjusting her new apron nervously. "I am eager to learn human customer service traditions." Manager Tom Patterson smiled. "It's pretty simple. Make coffee, be polite, don't insult the customers. You'll do great." That optimism lasted exactly 4 hours. The first customer was a regular named Dave who ordered the usual. Zixara's 3 eyes blinked in confusion. "I do not know your usual. Just a coffee. Black, simple. What size?" "Medium. We have tall, grande, and venti." Dave stared. "Those aren't sizes. Those are words. I want a medium? Grande is medium? Then why don't you call it make the rules? I simply follow them." Zixara's tentacles trembled. "Please select from available options." "Fine. Grande. Black coffee. Grand." Dave left muttering about corporate nonsense. Zixara made note in her personal log. Humans create unnecessarily complex naming systems and then become frustrated by them. Illogical. The second customer ordered a half calf, extra hot, no foam, 2-pump vanilla latte with oat milk and a splash of heavy cream. Zixara's translator struggled. "You want coffee with modifications?" "Yeah. Is that a problem?" "No problem. But I must ask, how do you remember this order?" "It has 12 components. Do you write it down each time?" "I just know what I like. And you like chaos." The customer laughed. "Yeah, I guess." Zixara made another note. Humans derive pleasure from unnecessarily complicating simple beverages. Possibly psychological issue. By hour 3, Zixara had observed 17 customers, and her understanding of humanity had taken several disturbing turns. "Why do you need coffee?" she asked a tired-looking woman. "To wake up. Why not simply sleep longer?" "I can't. I have work." "But you are barely conscious." "Surely work performance suffers without adequate rest." "That's why I need coffee." But coffee is not sleep. It is stimulant that masks sleep deprivation while providing no actual rest. "Look, are you making my latte or giving me a lecture?" Zixara made the latte, and noted, humans use stimulants to compensate for self-inflicted sleep deprivation caused by societal structures they created. They know this is harmful. They do it anyway. Species-wide masochism. The lunch rush was when things got truly weird. A man ordered 6 drinks. 6 different, highly specific drinks. "Is this for office?" Zixara asked hopefully. Maybe humans had logical reasons. "Nah, just me. I'm doing a taste test. You are going to consume 6 coffee beverages." "Well, not all at once. Throughout the day. That is approximately first 200 milligrams of caffeine. Your species' safe daily limit is 400 milligrams. I'll be fine. Your heart will be experiencing arrhythmia. Worth it for good coffee." Zixara's tentacles made distressed wiggling motions. "You are willingly poisoning yourself. For taste. Not nutrition. Not necessity. Taste. Best part of my day." Note, humans prioritize sensory pleasure over physical well-being. Demonstrate suicidal tendencies for minor dopamine hits. Then came the customer who wanted decaf. "Why?" Zixara asked before she could stop herself. "Why what?" "Why drink coffee with no caffeine? That is like eating food with no nutrition, or breathing air with no oxygen. What is the point?" "I like the taste, but caffeine makes me anxious." "Then drink different beverage. We have juice, tea, water." "But I want coffee." "Coffee without the coffee? The caffeine isn't the coffee. The coffee is the coffee." Zixara's translator literally sparked. "That makes no sense. The stimulant effect is the purpose. Without it, you are drinking hot bean water?" "Exactly. Delicious hot bean water. You people are insane." The breaking point came with Karen. Every coffee shop has a Karen. This one wanted her latte remade because it was too hot. "It is supposed to be hot," Zixara explained. "It is hot beverage. It's T.O. hot. I can't drink it, then wait for it to cool." "I don't want to wait." "Make it cooler." "You want me to make hot coffee less hot?" "Yes." "Why not order iced coffee?" "Because I want a hot latte that isn't hot." Zixara's 3 eyes blinked in different sequences, a krill sign of complete cognitive breakdown. "You want contradiction. You want impossibility. You want me to violate thermodynamics." "I want a latte I can drink." "Then order beverage at temperature you can drink. Or wait. Or accept that hot things are hot." "I cannot alter physics because you lack patience. I want to speak to your manager." Tom came over, listened to Karen, remade the latte with extra milk to cool it down. Karen left happy. Tom turned to Zixara. "You okay?" "No, that human wanted me to make coffee that was simultaneously hot and not hot. When I explained physical impossibility, she became angry. How do you survive as a species? How has evolution not eliminated such profound irrationality? We work around it. You accommodate insanity as normal business practice." "Pretty much. I need a break." During her break, Zixra sat in the back, writing frantically in her log. Tom found her. Bad first day? Humans are the most terrifying species I have ever encountered. Tom laughed. Because of coffee orders. Because you do not realize you are terrifying! You poison yourselves willfully! You create complex systems and resent them! You demand impossibilities and become angry when denied! You operate heavy machinery while sleep-deprived. You consume stimulants in dangerous quantities and call it self-care! You want hot things cold and cold things hot! You are chaos incarnate! Tom sat down. It's really not that bad. In my 4 hours here, I have observed humans demonstrate suicidal behavior, illogical demands, contradictory desires, and complete disregard for physical limitations. And this is normal. This is daily routine. You do this every day. Well, yeah, we need coffee. No, you need sleep. You need rational working hours. You need reasonable expectations. What you have instead is societal structure that demands exhaustion, which you compensate for with addictive stimulants, which you overcomplicate to create illusion of control over fundamentally broken system. This is nightmare dystopia? It's just coffee shop. Espmosmanoff commandito. Zixara's tentacles were flailing now. Every customer who walked through that door was barely functional, running on caffeine and spite, demanding things that make no sense. And you just smile and accommodate, as if this is fine, as if intelligent species should function this way. We're doing our best. Your best is terrifying. You have created society that requires you to be exhausted, addicted, and irrational just to participate. And when I point this out, you act like I am the one being unreasonable. Tom was quiet for a moment. You're not wrong. I know I am not wrong. That is what is scary. You know it too. You all know. Every customer knows they are destroying themselves. They joke about it. I need this coffee or I'll die. This is my 4th cup. I can't function without caffeine. They admit addiction and laugh. What do you want us to do? Quit our jobs? Restructure society? Why? It's obviously yes! You are advanced species! You have technology, resources. You could create a world where people sleep enough, work reasonable hours, live without requiring chemical assistance. But instead you make complicated coffee and pretend that is solution. It's not that simple. It is exactly that simple. You choose not to do it. That is what terrifies me. You see problem. You understand problem. You have means to fix problem. And you choose caffeine instead. That is not survival instinct. That is collective insanity. A customer knocked on the back door. Hey, is someone making drinks? There's a line. Tom stood. Duty calls. Zixra looked at him. At the door. At the life of serving stimulants to exhausted humans who would return tomorrow and the next day and the next. Trapped in cycle they acknowledged but refused to break. No, she said quietly. I quit after 4 hours. 4 hours was enough. I came here thinking I would learn about human customer service. Instead, I learned that humans are surviving apocalypse of your own design, and you have normalized it so thoroughly that you serve it in paper cups with misspelled names. That's a bit dramatic. Is it? How many hours did you sleep last night? Tom paused. 5. How many do you need? 8. And why did you not sleep 8? Work, responsibilities, life. So you are also exhausted. Also dependent on caffeine. Also trapped in a rational system. And you manage shop that perpetuates this system. You are not villain. You are victim who became accomplice. That is tragedy. So you're really quitting. I am fleeing. There is difference. I came to Earth expecting to serve coffee. Instead, I found dystopian nightmare disguised as normal life. I cannot participate in this. My psychological well-being cannot sustain it. Tom sighed. I'll process your paperwork. Sorry it didn't work out. I am sorry for your species. You are brilliant, creative, capable of amazing things. And you have trapped yourselves in a system that requires you to be perpetually exhausted and chemically dependent. That is not civilization. That is, I do not have word for what that is. It's just life. That is most terrifying thing you have said today. You think this is just life. You have accepted horror as normal. That is why I must leave. Before I also accept it. Before I normalize insanity. Zixara left Earth the next day. Her report to the Krill Council was brief. Humans are terrifying. Not because they are violent or aggressive, but because they have created society that slowly destroys them, and they participate willingly. They call it adulting and hustle culture and just getting by. They smile while poisoning themselves. They joke about exhaustion. They wear dysfunction as badge of honor. Recommend avoiding extended contact. Their madness may be contagious. The coffee shop hired a new barista the next week. Human this time. She fit in perfectly. Made complicated drinks without questioning them. Smiled at customers who ordered 6 coffees. Understood that decaf existed, worked tired. went home exhausted, came back the next day and did it again, because that's what you do. That's normal. And somewhere in space, Zixara shuddered. Because she understood now. Humans weren't terrifying because they were monsters. They were terrifying because they were victims who couldn't see they were victims, who had normalized suffering so completely that pointing it out seemed crazy, who would rather drink their sixth coffee than question why they needed it. That was horror beyond anything her species had encountered. Not violence, not aggression, just quiet, willing participation in own destruction, served with smile and oat milk option.